Hi everybody, welcome back here to this channel and to another video here about our water refilling station. So my wife and I, we saw that many people have watched that video that we published a while ago, and there was actually a number of comments and there were some remarks and some questions about the water refilling stations in the Philippines. And today I'm going to explain some things and I'm going to answer some of the questions. And I start today's tour here outside. People here usually call it a deep well. Actually, it's rather a shallow well. It's not that deep to technically be called a deep well, and the water has to go, of course, into the containers here where we have the water refilling station, because the raw tank that I already showed you last time has to be filled up. So we see this here. This is where the water goes inside right to the raw tank. I went back inside and here we have the two tanks that I already showed you last time, and one of the remarks was that there in other water refilling stations there is room for larger tanks, and I want to show you here again that we would have this room easily. Here you can see the raw tank and the product tank, and there is still a lot of room to the ceiling, and there is still a lot of room here also on the side. In this box we have some of the filters. These are the filters, the new filters, and they are still wrapped up, as you can see. And this is where the filters go inside. And these filters we have to change every month, while there are some other filters right here that have to be changed every other month. This here, by the way, is for salt. This is for the water softener. That's here. And these membranes here, this is the reverse osmosis system. Well, I made this little drawing here to not get a copyright problem on YouTube, and I hope you can see how this works. So here on this side we have the water molecules, small, and we have larger, any kind of salts and whatever molecules larger than water molecules. And we have the membrane here, and the membrane only lets the small molecules pass and will reject those that are too large. On this side we only have water, ideally. But because the water concentration is higher on this side and lower on that, the normal osmosis process, the natural one, that happens just by itself because of the differences in the concentration, would cause the water go to the other side, to the wrong side, to say so. This is why we need this pump, the RO pump, reverse osmosis pump, because we need the pressure to push the water through the membrane so that it will get on this side and we have purified water on the right hand side. So in our system we have a water softener, then we have various filters, sediment filters, etc. Plus we have the reverse osmosis. The reverse osmosis, RO, is not necessary for a water refilling station. It's not a must. But of course it's a good thing to have, because the water is even more purified with an RO than without it. So if you ask yourself, what is the best water refilling station to buy your water from, then of course you would rather pick one that has a reverse osmosis system integrated than one that hasn't. Somebody was commenting that they would not trust such a station because they think they skip the changing of the filters. Now all I can say about this is that the water refilling stations are obliged to change their filters regularly. If they don't do it, they don't fulfill the laws and the regulations, and they should actually be shut down. The person who sent the comment then wrote that there are ways to get around this. I cannot comment on that. I can only say the authorities here in Lingayen are quite strict about everything, and they are really checking us and they are really testing us regularly to make sure our water always has the quality that it should have. Whether you guys are trusting a water refilling station or not, some were writing they buy the water like from the supermarket, whatever. That of course is much more expensive. Another guy wrote that they have a deep well of their own and they have water filters that they are using to purify the water themselves. Of course, a system like that does not nearly have as many levels of filtration that we have here in our water refilling station. It can still be enough to have clean water, no doubt. But I would recommend to all of you who are doing it to have your water sometimes tested in a real lab for some substances like arsenic or lead and things like that, or nitrates, because these things you don't want to have in your drinking water, and you can never be sure that they are all filtered out. In addition to all the things that we are doing to have the cleanest water possible, we also built a fence here. I go some steps back, then you can see this area. Here is the water refilling station. That's the back side of it. It's actually farther to the right, but inside these containers. And here this area is all fenced in. And here is where our dogs are. They have it nice back there, but they cannot get out. There were also chickens here in this backyard before we started this business, and we got rid of all of them because we didn't want them to get over the fence and then make their business everywhere. So we also have a pretty clean environment that surrounds our water refilling station, because we think we have to do this for our customers. So let's take another glance here into the water refilling station with the typical noise the machine is making while it's purifying the water. And you see working people, and my wife is also there. Not every water refilling station is like any other. I hope I was able to show you that, and how many steps can be taken to purify the water as much as possible to sell the best quality to the customers, and of course to always maintain that standard. Among the things that we have to do to guarantee that is that we have to train our workers all the time. We have to tell them what they are doing wrong. And of course, we have to be the best example by doing the things right. So if you still have questions, feel free to write them in the comments. Besides that, we hope that you liked this video. Maybe you consider to give us a thumb up. And be sure there will be another video about our life here in the Philippines very soon. We hope you will be back here to watch it. and we wish everybody a great time. See you soon. Bye.